Hey, welcome to the Kaibo. Yes, we're going to do some science today. We are preparing for this week's Manufacturer Cup race at Nurburgring. And for those of you who are not aware, Nurburgring is a very famous track in Germany, and it really has two parts to it. There's this Grand Prix circuit that we're on right now, and it's about 2.5 miles long. Then there's the Nordschleife, and the Nordschleife is a long and treacherous track. At least in my opinion, it's treacherous, and it brings the total length to about 15 miles. It is a track that I do not know well. I'm really only mildly familiar with areas of it, and individual corners are just beyond me at this point, and I am not going to be competitive here this week. And I was thinking about how the game has many settings. You can set brake balance or traction control, things like that, things that real cars can be set to do. And then there's some assists that only take place in the game. And you've probably noticed, as we've been driving here on the Grand Prix circuit, these braking areas that are marked. We're coming up to one right now. It's these red lines on the ground that tell you where to brake. And I feel like using this is really the only way that I'm going to be able to be even mildly competitive on this circuit, just because I don't know it and I don't know where to brake. And I have to ask myself, is this cheating if I'm using this? And before I get into the ethics of using this and what it means to a sim racer, I wanted to at least do a little scientific experiment. So we're going to start our scientific experiment as I used to teach my 6th grade science students with the hypothesis, which is properly written as an if-then statement. If I use braking assist, then my lap times will be faster. Pretty straightforward. I think I'll be much faster if I use these braking assists. So I've decided to do 2 laps with the braking assist on, and then 2 laps with the braking assist off, and see which one is faster. And when I first thought of this, I thought, well, why don't I do 2 with the braking assist off and then 2 with it on? And then I thought, well, you know, if I do it that way, then a very valid argument could be made that the 2 laps I did first with the driving assist off would be like practice laps, and of course I would be better because I had the practice, and that would certainly diminish the strength of the argument that the braking assist is what made me faster. So I'm going to do the 2 laps with the braking assist on first, and that way, if it turns out to be faster, then it really is faster. It's a much stronger conclusion that the braking assist does make me faster. So here we are on the first lap, and it seems to be going well. I have a braking area assist on, and it's really nice because there are some corners that I never know if it's a corner that I need to brake for or not, especially as blind as a lot of this track is. I can't tell if this coming up is going to end up being a tight corner like it is here, or if it's just going to be one of those that you can roll on through, like maybe this one, or, well, I don't know about this one, but you know my point. Okay, so we're finishing up this lap, and didn't brake quite enough in this braking zone. Have a little off-track excursion. Nothing horrible. I mean, considering it was a slow lap to begin with, I'm not too concerned about it. 9:17.8. Head on to our second lap. And we do have one event. again. Okay, that'll sort of equal the event from the first lap. And finish this lap a little faster. 9:10.7. There we go. A little 7-second improvement. So I quit, I exited out, and I re-entered so I wouldn't see that delta, so I wouldn't always be comparing my now unassisted laps with the assisted ones. I didn't want to be pushing myself too hard or something. And we do have this off-track experience. That's a corner I always go off. Well, not always, but you know what I mean. We should just pave it so it wouldn't be that much of a problem. And this time, a little bit off here. But that's about it. I was actually able to keep it on the track for the rest of the lap. It wasn't too bad. Now I start hearing some rain, and yes, the track is getting wet. The moisture meter in the lower left is showing that again here. Now we're on the Nordschleife, and this is where I begin to realize that these are unexpected variables that are wreaking havoc with my data, and I do not like this. So, Andy M, it's a twister. Okay, so this isn't working. I'm going to quit out of here. I'm going to start up again, do a dry lap this time, and we'll do we get both of our laps in on the without the assist. Now, every good experiment has a data table, and here's mine. So with the assist, the first two laps we did a 9:17 and a 9:10. Now, here's what's really unexpected, because without the assist, we did a 9:10 and a 9:03. Now, I was not expecting this. It does not support my hypothesis, and the only explanation I can think of is that practice matters. Practice matters more than that assist does. And in fact, maybe the assist acted as a training tool. As I was doing my unassisted laps, I would remember certain places where, yeah, there's a braking marker here. And now I'm thinking I should do more laps with the assist just to remember where those braking markers are a little better, and then do a bunch of laps without. And that may be the step that I need to take to get going and become someone who likes the Nordschleife. Or I don't know if that will ever happen. But there's the scientific part of this, is that my data in this quick and dirty experiment does not support my hypothesis that if I use braking assist, my lap times will be faster. Now, speaking of sim racing and being sort of a sim racing purist, I really still am conflicted about using this. I think I'm not going to use it now that I've seen this information. And here I go off on this corner again, yes. And I think as far as whether it's cheating or not, this is sim racing. It's not real racing. The game allows it, and if it were cheating, the game wouldn't allow it. So I think it's okay to use this. I think it's okay to use any of the assists they have. We've shown that practice will make you better than the assists, but if you need them, I say go ahead and use them. I would love to know what you think. Please leave a comment. Please do this experiment for yourself, and I just, the more data the better, and just let me know what you think. Comment below, and if you're new here and want to see more of this, please subscribe. We're going to see in just a couple days how this has helped me, if it has helped me in the race. I think the race is going to be one where if I can keep it on the track, that'll probably earn me a few positions, even if I'm not very fast. We shall see. Thank you for joining me, and we'll see you again sometime.